A very warm welcome. You're watching the news with me, Anubhuti Gaur. Let's take a look at what's making headlines. 5 months after internet was suspended in Jammu and Kashmir, wireline broadband internet is finally back in 80 government hospitals. At Srinagar's biggest children's hospital, the GB Pant Hospital, doctors, however, say it has been restricted to administrative purposes only. The doctors claim they still have no access to the internet for medical research and academics. A case has been registered against BJP General Secretary Kailash Vijayvargiya after a video showing him threatening government officials went viral on the social media. The video, apparently shot during a protest organized by the BJP in Indore on Friday, showed Vijayvargiya saying, "Our Sangh leaders are here, otherwise we would have set Indore on fire today." On the day of the protest, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat and other senior leaders were in Indore for an internal conclave. An alert has been sounded along the India-Nepal border after 2 ISIS terrorists were suspected to have entered UP. A top police official confirmed on Sunday that 2 wanted terrorists, Abdul Samad and Ilyas, can try to enter Nepal from Uttar Pradesh. The alert was sounded in Maharajganj, Kushinagar and Siddharthnagar districts along the border. BJP President and Home Minister Amit Shah addressed the Booth Karyakarta Sammelan in Delhi today. He said BJP will form its government in Delhi under the leadership of PM Modi. Hitting out at Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, he said that Kejriwal misled the people of Delhi over the Citizenship Amendment Act. Hitting out at the Congress, Shah said the Congress has been playing vote bank politics and Rahul and Priyanka are inciting violence over the CAA. Ex-Air Force Chief B.S. Dhanoi said that dogfight in which Vic Commander Abhinandan Vartman's MiG-21 was shot down would have turned out differently if he had been flying a Rafale. Remember, Wing Commander Abhinandan Vartman shot down a Pakistani F-16 before his MiG-21 Bisan was hit by an AMRAAM missile. Ex-Air Force Chief also warned of risks of politicizing the defense acquisition system. Condemning the attack on the Gurudwara Nankana Sahib in Pakistan, BJP leader Meenakshi Lekhi hit out at Congress leader Navjot Singh Sidhu, saying that she did not know where Congress leader has fled and questioned whether he will hug the ISI chief after this incident. She said that there have been consistent acts of violence at religious places in Pakistan and minorities have been subjected to threats of conversion and rape for decades. She also added that Nankana Sahib is the holiest shrine for Sikhs and that the incident is equivalent to attacks on Kaaba or Jerusalem. Groups of protesters took the streets in Washington and other US cities on Saturday to condemn the airstrike in Iraq ordered by President Donald Trump that killed Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani and Trump's decision to send about 3,000 more troops to the Middle East. Hundreds of demonstrators chanted "No justice, no peace, US out of Middle East" outside the White House. Similar protests were also held in New York, Chicago and other cities. US President Donald Trump on Saturday warned Iran that if it retaliates for the killing of one of its top leaders, General Qasem Soleimani, it will face US attacks on 52 targets, a number he said was symbolic. The president tweeted that the number of targets matched the number of hostages held by Iran in 1979, when 52 American diplomats and citizens were held for 444 days. Iran has vowed to avenge the general's killing. The skies turned blood red above parts of southeast Australia on Sunday as the residents sought refuge from the deadly bushfires, describing the previous 24 hours as one of the worst days ever. Photographs of Pambula in the state of New South Wales showed an eerie smoke-filled landscape. A total of 146 fires are burning across the state, with 65 uncontained. About 2,700 firefighters are tackling the blaze. More than 5 million hectares of bush and farmland have been scorched, and at least 24 people have been killed, with wildlife being the worst hit. That's all in this bulletin. Thanks for watching. The news and updates will continue on the other side.